Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Please pray for me by singing along with me, gesturing at your screen, and leaving a dislike on this video. Let's do it again. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I need you guys to continue to pray for me. I'm feeling significant heartache syndrome again. Uh, I was in Taiwan for a few weeks, and at the end of the trip, I met a girl there, and we really hit it big. We were just chatting about potentially even seeing each other. She is planning a trip in Japan at some point, and I hope to go there at the same time. We can meet up there. We were talking about that yesterday, and I feel sick. I wish I could be with her. And yesterday, I went down quite a rabbit hole about looking at career opportunities in Taiwan. But later today, I have something else going on. I learned that there is another opportunity at Glendale Community College, and I hope to land that contract and see if I can get all my work consolidated together. Because right now, as it is, I got two different contracts in two different areas of town. It kind of helps that I live in my car at the moment. That way, I can make the commute at a better time, sleep there, and then go to work. Right that way, I don't have to battle traffic. Uh, I'm going to be looking at another living situation in the near future. I learned the last time I rented the room in Apache Junction, I overshared a little bit too much. What did I overshare about? Well, it wasn't about anything inappropriate, right? When people hear overshare, they tend to think sex. They tend to think financial details, right? I didn't overshare any of that. What I did overshare were personal quirks, right? Oh my God, it really sucked having COVID when there was a heat wave. I'm really heartbroken. I can't find anybody to date, right? Or my work is burning me out, right? Those things sound really innocent, and they kind of are, right? You're probably not going to cause trouble if you overshare these things out in public, right? If it's a lot safer to tell somebody sitting next to you on an airplane, "Oh my God, I got COVID last summer," than it is to share your credit card information or your sexual orientation or any of that, right? It's probably a lot safer, right? The real problem comes when you share these things with people that you have to negotiate business with, right? So what do I mean by that? My landlord probably sensed that I had just started dating again after months of frustration. She probably sensed it was a good time. She wanted to renovate the house, right? She probably sensed that after a good date, she could probably convince me to leave, and I probably won't put up too much of a fight because I don't want to ruin the chemistry, right? That's the kind of overshare that I ran into a lot of drama with, right? There isn't a whole lot of information about that. Earlier today, I was writing about this or reading about this, about people who overshare their little personal details, right? Not sensitive details, but personal things, right? Um, and I need to be careful about that. That's one thing I have to watch out for. So pray for that. Pray for the contract at the community college that I'm going to be negotiating today. I got to be careful there too at my job. I think part of the problem sometimes you got to understand, even if you and your colleagues love each other, at the end of the day you're competing for the same jobs, right? And so sometimes these little details, it's kind of like the way I like to think of it is, imagine you're playing at a blackjack table and the dealer's really sloppy and they accidentally show you their whole card like half the time, right? Can you imagine the advantage you would have at such a table, right? unfortunately, that's what I am. I'm a really sloppy blackjack dealer, right? Imagine not only do they accidentally show you the whole card, but when they pick up the deck, they accidentally show you the next couple of cards in the deck, right? Can you imagine the kind of advantage you would have in that kind of a game, right? That's unfortunately how I deal my blackjack games in real life, right? Oh, I want let's look, when I go to the job interview, I deal with the cards really poorly. Everybody sees my whole card. They see the next couple of cards. When I go to a new apartment, oh my god, I show the entire deck, right? Or I go to see, I need to turn that around, right? Not only do I need to do a better job at hiding the cards, I need to do a better job at backing off people who count cards as well, right? So I need to change that around, right? So pray that I do a better job at hiding my cards and backing people off who count cards. I'm going to be negotiating another apartment and another job. Pray that pray. Two things I want you guys to pray for. Number one, yeah, let's see what I can do to make this long distance relationship work out. But number two, I also recognize that if I can do it once, I can probably do it again, and this time meet somebody closer here in the United States, right? So pray for that as well. I got a couple of not necessarily speed dating events, but events where I can mingle with a lot of people. I learned I wasn't moving fast enough. See, I used to regret. I've been talking to a number of my friends about this. I used to think that, oh my god, I moved too fast on a girl, and as a result, it didn't work out. No, my friends are telling me that if it's not going to work, it's not going to work, right? If you move fast and it doesn't work, at least you can move on, right? And some people who actually like you will prefer it to move fast. So I've been kind of handling it wrong. I missed out on a couple of opportunities 2 years ago. One opportunity that has been destroying me that I missed. I was at a board game meetup. I have food allergies, right? I often have to watch out if people are eating at the meetups. I was playing Ticket to Ride with a group of, I think, 3, 4 other people. And this guy, we were doing this in a sports bar. He orders a pizza and he proceeds to get his pizza all over the board game set. Really fucking annoying. But it's his game, and I didn't want to bother him about it, so I got up and said, you know what, I'm sorry. I have allergies. This doesn't really work very well. Thank you for playing with me. And the guy who was eating the pizza, he arrogantly said, well, goodbye, Andrew. Almost like he did it intentionally to get me to leave the table. That's the vibe I got. And then the others at the table were really upset about the whole situation because these people are serious gamers. Somebody stepping out in the middle of a game of Ticket to Ride is very upsetting, right? They were 10 minutes into the game, and I stand up to leave the game. And I walk over a couple tables, and this girl introduced herself, and she told me that she was sorry that I had to go through this. And so I had good feelings about her. But then she proceeded to explain to me that she completely understands and then she showed me a pump on her arm because she has type 1 diabetes. And so that kind of turned me off. And the reason it turned me off was that at the time I was juggling 2 jobs, my art career, and I was working on a publication. And the concept of dating somebody who has a chronic health condition kind of turned me off. And so she actually gave me a hug when she was telling me how she understood. And so I really regret missing that opportunity. I'm still holding out hope that I can find her at some point. The problem is that I also kind of embarrassed myself at that group, and I haven't been there in 7 months. But I'm kind of hopeful that I will find her at some point. So pray that I get another chance with her. All right. Please pray for all of these things. All right, let's see some dislikes. By the way, the 2 people who left likes, would you mind please changing it to a dislike? Oh, that's my symbol for asking people to change their like to a dislike. Please change your like to a dislike. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.